Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video we are checking out some brand new information and screenshots for the upcoming Five Nights at Freddy's game, Secret of the Mimic. Now, Steelwall Studios recently uploaded their Steam page for Secret of the Mimic, and it contains a host of new information about the game, as well as a host of new screenshots, which we're going to be doing a quick analysis of in this video. So the first thing I want to do, guys, is take a look at the About the Game section on the Steam page. We're going to find out a little bit more about Secret of the Mimic, and then afterwards we'll take a look at those screenshots. So let's get started. As you can see, it says, enter the abandoned workshop of Murray's Costume Manor and unravel the mystery left behind by the reclusive inventor. In Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of a Mimic, you'll step into a world where every dark corner holds a secret and every flicker of a light hints at an ever-present threat. So as you can see, guys, we're playing as a new employee of Fazbear Entertainment that's been tasked with going into Edwin Murray's costume manor, where the inventor created all of these different animatronics and prototypes, and we're trying to uncover his latest invention, the Mimic. So we're going to be kind of finding out all about the Mimic, which of course shows up in Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin, which was the DLC for Security Breach. It says the Mimic, a prototype endoskeleton, can adapt to any costume and become any character, including what you fear most. So by this, I assume they're talking about the thing we fear most is the Jackie the Clown character, because a lot of people have a real phobia of clowns. I think it's called chorophobia or something. And I have it as well, actually. I don't have a deep fear of clowns, but they definitely unsettle me, especially like kind of clowns that don't look quite right, you know, the spooky looking clowns. They're very weird because they're meant to be kind of these child-friendly, you know, happy-go-lucky characters, and when you put a horror theme on them or a horror spin on them, they can become very scary. So I assume Jackie the Clown is kind of what our character fears the most here. It goes on to say, armed with only your wits, a few gadgets, and heavily redacted corporate briefing, you'll attempt to retrieve Fazbear's prized prototype technology, while grappling with cryptic clues and a relentless shadow determined to dispatch all unwanted company. Prepare for heart-pounding thrills as you explore the labyrinth of the deserted costume manor, discovering remnants of Edwin's unfinished work and eluding the monster he's created. Experience Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of a Mimic and survive the mystery and madness. Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of a Mimic will be available on June 13th, 2025. So there we go, guys. It's coming out June 13th, which is in about 3 months' time, almost exactly, which is not long at all. And of course, we will be doing a full playthrough and a story explained and animatronics explained videos on the channel when the game comes out. So if you're not subscribed, guys, and you want to see my coverage of Secret of the Mimic when it drops, make sure you are, and of course turn on those notifications. So there we go, guys. We've got some new information there that's quite interesting, tells us a little bit more about this upcoming game. Now we're going to be checking out a series of screenshots which are also uploaded on this Steam page. So the first one we have here, guys, seems to be of a workshop or some kind of storage room, and we can see there's this elephant-like character that's being worked on here. One of the arms is sat on the workbench on the right there. It's kind of disassembled at the moment. The head's over there on the left, and we've got another body there beside the body that's kind of already wearing a costume down there in the middle of the screen. There's not too much to say about this room. It just seems to be a room we're going to be exploring, where we can see some of these prototype designs and you know, what Edwin was working on in this costume manor workshop. The next one is much more interesting though, as we see one of the animatronic mascots, this elephant character. This is like the fully finished design of what we saw being worked on in that previous room, and he's up and about exploring, tracking down our character, probably trying to kill us, let's be real. And we can see that we're in the main hallway right now, so this is obviously leading into the workshop area we just saw. We've got the elephant there, and behind him some kind of gate which looks like it's got a hand crank to it, so it seems like we can crank the gate shut. So it might be this is some kind of chase sequence or some kind of stealth sequence where we have to lure the elephant into one area, then crank the gate shut to trap him so he can't stalk us anymore. That's kind of my thinking there. We've also got this like bee-like creature which is up the top, an animatronic bee. I don't know if that's some kind of clock or maybe some kind of security device that goes off. It looks pretty creepy. I don't know why all the animatronics are made to look so creepy. Like, no child would want these animatronics anywhere near them, or adult for that matter. They're just horrible, but there we go, guys. We've got a little weird security bee up there. And then as we can see, guys, on the right of this image, we have what seems to be some kind of weasel or stoat-like mascot. And the weasel, let's call him, is stood in this shipping container. It seems that it's on top of a pallet, so it seems like this is kind of like the method of transportation when they ship these things out to different Fazbear locations. Again, the weasel looks pretty creepy. I don't think it's quite as creepy as the elephant. There's something weird about that elephant and its beady eyes, but I don't really like, especially because it's in a clown outfit, but there we go. That's another animatronic we can see, and we glimpsed him briefly in the trailer before. Now the next one is one of my least favorite of all the animatronics. It's the Music Man. It seems like a prototype for DJ Music Man, you know, the DJ Music Man we see in Security Breach, because it's giant, much like DJ Music Man was. But this is a more retro looking design, whereas DJ Music Man was kind of like the glam rock animatronics. He was very modernized. This one is more retro, almost kind of like a 1930s, 1940s styled design with the kind of record gramophone player things coming out the ears there. So it's kind of like a retro take on the Music Man design, and you can see in the mouth it's got those old style spinny things. I don't know what they're called, but they play music when you like crank them around. And he's bursting through the ceiling. We saw this shot briefly in the trailer. He bursts through the skylight on the ceiling to try and get our character, and then breaks open this walkway. We get a much better look at him here, and he looks absolutely terrifying. So I imagine this is part of a set piece where we're chased by the giant Music Man character, much like in Security Breach, and we have to sort of survive him, maybe jump over things as he busts them open, like this walkway. And yeah, I imagine it's going to be pretty terrifying. I definitely hate this character, but of course I had to add him for the horror elements, scare people like me, I guess. The next character we have is Jackie the Clown. We can see Jackie is emerging through this ventilation shaft. Again, this was a shot from the trailer, but we get to see a much better look in this high resolution screenshot here. Jackie, I think, is the animatronic that our character is going to fear the most, and I think that's what they were talking about in the Steam description. A clown that can sort of hunt us through vents, fit into tight spaces and crawl spaces, and can be an ever-present threat throughout the game. The next screenshot we have takes place in the security room, and again, it's something we saw in the trailer. We actually saw that this computer terminal can be hacked with a hacking device, which is similar to the one we see in Security Breach Ruin, and the MCM is this kind of network set up by Edwin Murray within his workshop. We have to hack this to access different parts of the workshop and override security systems. So yeah, this is kind of like, I think taking place towards the start of an adventure, because as you know, most of the Five Nights at Freddy's games begin at 12 o'clock and end at sort of 6 AM. So as you can see, it is 12 currently, 12 midnight. It seems like this is right at the start of the game, just after we enter the workshop and begin exploring. We have some security monitors up there as well, so I imagine that's where we track different animatronics and kind of gain access to different areas of the game as we kind of progress. We might have to keep coming back to this room, and as we upgrade our hacking tool, hacking new areas and opening up new areas of the labyrinthian place that we are stuck in. We also can see there's a keycard reader or something similar over there on the wall to the right. Finally, guys, we have this very strange looking, almost like an attraction, and we see an alligator and a hippo both playing musical instruments. The alligator playing the banjo and the hippo playing a violin. And it almost seems like this is part of an attraction ride that they're building within the workshop. You know, something they would ship off to one of the Fazbear locations for the kids to interact with on site. We can see there's little alligators as well, like playing musical instruments below them. And these almost look Disney-like, these designs. They actually look less creepy than the others we encounter in the other screenshots we've looked at. These almost look more child-friendly-like in their design. So yeah, these aren't quite as creepy, but then I don't feel like these are actually going to come to life, maybe. I feel like these are just static designs that we encounter as we're exploring. But either way, guys, that's the last screenshot, and that brings us to the end of this look at the latest for Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of a Mimic. So I hope you did enjoy this video today, guys. Just a quick one, just to go through the screenshots and new information on Steam, and of course stay tuned for my coverage of this game when it launches on June 13th. If you have enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more videos just like this one, and I'll see you all on the next one.